What is up, everybody? Welcome. Sword Deep, what's up? Jenny, Max, Joe, Emotion, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. J Murph, me, what's good? So X-Men today, right? Like, I've been spending a lot of time working on, the Bishop and Cyclops and all that. I got a client that wants me to do some stuff, and I got to do a bunch of X-Men, and I don't have a lot of time to do it. So, that being said, I need to sculpt these guys and get them in a cool pose and start to figure out how I'm going to paint them and all that. Doing well. Thank you. So yeah, this is what I got. Always wanted to do a Cyclops. Cyclops Colossus. Always liked this dude. Again, this is one of those things where plenty of people have done it before me, especially Wolverine. Oh my God, everybody's done Wolverine before me. But you know, I gotta shoot my shot. You know what I'm saying? As far as Colossus goes, my hero Daniel Bell did a one so great that as I was working on mine, I was like, let me pull the trigger and buy mine from Sideshow before they're all gone. So I have one coming myself probably next week, I believe, without the Lockheed, but I dig his. So anyway, that being said, let's get into it. I see there's not a whole lot of people in yet. Hopefully we get some more folks filtering later on. But in the meantime, let's come over here and let's move this over here and turn on my lines here. So I started to figure out what I want to do with his costume. Obviously, I have to sketch everything out first. I'm gonna do that with the Wolverine also. Actually, I think I did do it with Wolverine somewhere. Let's see, open desktop. Desktop. I believe I kinda did that already. This one maybe? Oh no, I guess I did. I kind of figured it out, right? Just a really super loose sketch. But, oh, another thing that I'm doing, you guys, I need your help. I am gonna be one of the people, ZBrush Live presenters, doing the Sunday, for me it's afternoon, I guess morning for West Coast folks, the ZBrush Live Summit Challenge thing, where we have to reimagine somebody. So I don't know exactly what I want to do. I did start Tetsuo from Akira, but it's not really a reimagining, it's just my take on it. So if you guys have ideas about what you would like to see me do, it could be anything, right? Like it could be Santa Claus, it could be Neo, it could be whatever. Just a fresh take on whoever it is. I gotta do it, and I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. So I'll give you some help. Heads up, I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate from this. I'm not a big Dragon Balls guy, so I already have people asking me to do Dragon Balls guys. Anybody that knows me knows I'm not really Dragon Balls dude. I mean, I could spite sculpt somebody probably if they said, hey, you can't do Dragon Balls guy, then maybe I would do it, but don't be reverse psychology me, everyone. That's not cool. All right, just kind of figuring out how I want to do this. I kind of mixed up his boots from the Phoenix Force boots and the old, I'm gonna say John Byrne version of these. So it's a bit of both, a little bit of both. Ton of coffee for that, yeah, no doubt. Well, I think it's only an hour, right? Which is actually a short stream for me. And the good thing is I don't have to do, it's not like what other folks are doing with the sculpt off. So I actually could come in with my guy like started already or half done or whatever. I could do something that I've already started, right? But that's not fun. So maybe what I'll do is I'll figure out a base mesh or whatever. I got to do a lot of this art, and I actually even have to do a Deadpool, so I might be save X2 stuff, save, yes. I might be kind of messing around with the Deadpool today too. But if I come over here to this, you can see I have like low-res versions of the sculpts that I have going on, and I'll just kind of be noodling away on these today and keeping it moving. Alice in Wonderland always seemed like a good idea to reimagine. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe like a Alice in Wonderland, but with somebody you wouldn't expect. Let's move all this stuff. So, as you can see, I kind of got the pose kind of figured out and have been working on the muscles a little bit. I think I'm missing his ribs on the other side. Not sure. So I'm just gonna keep on doing my thing on this. Also, the hands are like really kind of crappy. I know I promise never to do hands when I'm in here because it seems like I'm always doing hands and stuff. But I leave hands for last because I'm not really excited about doing them now. So maybe I'll just kind of sculpt in a little bit and then move on to the next thing. Yeah, a lot of streaming. So today I'm doing this. Tomorrow I have Stylist League. And like I said, we're working on anime stuff. I'm working on my Tetsuo, and I want to, might be being like super optimistic, but I wanted to do Canada as well. We have IR Sculpts on this week. Ian, who is also going to be one of the people on Sunday doing the ZBrush Live presenters. Oh God, I wish I knew the exact name. The thing for ZBrush Live, not ZBrush Live, for the summit. He's one of the guys. Ashley is hosting with Paul Gabry, which is dope. Big fan of Ashley, 8 Cubed. Want to get her on to Stylist League soon. She's one of my faves. Saying. And, little known fact, spoiler alert, she is a woman. So that's also dope. We gotta represent. Females are doing big things. So this is pretty much what I did for everything for this. I kind of chopped off, like I normally do, I chopped the arms and then kind of positioned them where I wanted and got them into a decent pose. I think I have one of the originals where it was all cut into pieces on my desktop. I think, maybe not. Nah, I don't see. I do. I just don't know where it is. Anyway. What's up, Andy? Thank you. Yeah, no, I'm not doing the sculpt off. Sort of deep. Not doing the sculpt off. I'm not messing around with that. I'm not putting myself out there like that. Too many good people that are way faster than I am. So no, thank you. Stay in my lane, I think. I'm going to be smart about this too, because I have two fists that are pretty much exactly the same. I'm just going to do one and chop it off, put it on the other hand. Tween them together. And I know I have the muscles looking kind of pillowy right now. I'll dial that back a little bit later, but I just kind of wanted to get real big, roided out muscles to start with, and then I'll make them look a little more realistic after I have everything laid out before I put on the costume, I believe. This is an old hand that I had on my original Wolverine, which I went back and looked at, and not really a fan. Pose was very stiff, just not super good. Good to see where we, how we progress. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna steal the gloves off of this guy. And then I got rid of the glove part, and the only thing I kept was the fist. And even that needs to be resculpted, so kind of shows you where I was when I first started this. All right, what did I miss? Ooh, show enough. Show enough could be dope. You know what? Write that one down. That's a good one. Ugh. Jay Murphy, I think that's who that was, right? Yeah, good stuff. If I go with that one, I'll shout you out. All right. Hey, Porksook. Porsook. I think I have some reference for some fists too somewhere. Yeah. That'll do right there. That's good stuff. Okay. Nice, thank you. Oh. Thank you. All right. Transparency in the Pure Ref canvas. It's under the settings. If you right click it and go to settings, it's in here somewhere. Colors, background color. Here it goes, master opacity. You just click on it and drag it either down or up. Be careful you don't drag it all the way down because it makes it impossible to see when you make a new one, and then you'll be like lost on the desktop. So don't do that. All right, how do I get out of here? Escape. There you go. You got it. Hey, Maricat. What's up? STNSLW. Have you checked out the Kryptonia collectibles by Daniel Bell? No, I have not. I didn't know that was a thing. I don't know what Kryptonia is. Is that like Krypton? Goes off. All right, so I'm not going to spend too much time on this hand. I just want to get it a little bit better than it was when I started, and then I can do something fun. Maybe start Deadpool, since I gotta do so many guys and I don't have that much time. I don't know what I was thinking about. Taking all of the work. Okay, good enough. Bruh! What's up? Oh, also, I don't want the razor claws. I'm gonna go with the claws that are rounded because it never made sense to me that when Magneto pulled off the adamantium off his bones, it's a deep cut. This is some nerd comic book knowledge, but when Magneto ripped off the adamantium, he had like bone claws, right? Which looked like bones, not like razor blades. So, you know what I'm saying? That being said, I'm gonna remake these claws because they're only placeholders anyway. Before I do, I'm going to, just because I think it looks cool, I'm gonna throw Colossus in here, kind of like checking him out like, yo, what's up? What you doing, dude? So if anybody comes in late, they can see something on the screen instead of just the claws. All right, so I'm going to use the Z modeler. Give this some more thickness. The whole thing. All. Folding lines in here. Get rid of the ones I had before that made it so sharp. Oops. Come on. Do nothing. Do nothing. There you go. There it is. Still sharper than I want. Let's see what I missed here. Hey, what's up in India? Thank you. Brand new to ZBrush, inspired me to jump in. Nice, John. Any recommendations for anatomy tools, tutorials, or books? Yeah, actually I do. I got a bunch. So you can pick these guys up fairly cheap. These are the 3D Total guys. And they have, I just painted the lady here because I wanted to be able to see the muscles. But yeah, there are the realistic ones. There's planar ones that are dope. There's a whole bunch of really nice models of these, right? If you want to go for more of the baller brand, there is the Andrew Carr's anatomy tool fella here, right? He comes in different colors, but these are great because you can take off the limbs and check them out, or check out them up close, right? They have little magnetic things. Head comes off. It's dope. It's even on a Lazy Susan, so you can rotate it around on your table. So this is sweet. It's going to be more expensive than the smaller ones, obviously. And then as far as books go, I have it in here. I have a few good books. The one that I like the most, hold on one second, let me get it. All right, so big fan of Strength Training Anatomy by Frederick Delavier. There's the name, right? Just pause it later. You can get the book. But it has different poses, like lifting weights and stuff. Different poses at the machines, and you get to see how all the muscles contract and kind of expand. And then there's this one, Anatomy for Sculptors, which is fantastic. This is a kind of pricey book. I think it's like 50, 60 bucks, but it's totally worth it. So there you go. What's up, ML Creative? All right, what I miss here? Yes, yeah, Hoover has it right there. Strength Training Anatomy is my fave. Did you ever think of making Blade? Ooh, Blade would be cool. Writing that down. Thorn Sonero. Blade. I'll be calling you Thorn. See, that's a long name. Sonero. All right, Blade. Like that. Thank you. Thanks, Rog. Chisa, you have a nice day as well. All right, what I missed? No to Mike, thanks. Thank you. Oh man, it's too kind. All right, so let's get back into it. I was getting ready to use this on my screen. That wouldn't have been good. It's a Sharpie. Let's turn on dynamic. Okay, so these are a little more bony. Still have a couple of lines that I need to get rid of here. Holding edges need to go. That. Dynamic. Oh. Now again, I have a grip of holding lines at the end. Don't like that. Oh, because I got rid of the line. Okay. Aha. Let's put one here, here. Okay. You know, the best way to do this on bug end is just do the cylinder and then bend it. Why don't I do that? Doing too much right now, as the kids say. Just want a cylinder. And yeah. Maybe 4. Okay. There's the one that actually does it though. I don't really use this deformer, so I'm not going to use this deformer. I don't know where the one is that actually bends it. How about bend arc? Jeez, this is too small. How about I don't do any of that? I just do this. Let's just pull it down. How about see? This is something I really kind of didn't get into enough is the deformers. I do use them. It's not as much as I should. Okay. There is my claw. Now, I shouldn't have moved this off the center of the axis, but it's not a big deal. I'll just recenter it. Position. Okay. Now, should be able to have symmetry again, which I do. Good. Oh, another thing that this is like some ADHD business right here, but cannot have the claws be longer than the forearms. Sorry, I just can't do that. I can't stand when I see claws that are longer than the forearms, because they got to go in the forearms. There's no way that they're going to go all the way in and hide if they're longer than the forearms. You know what I'm saying? Let's fix that. Hate when I see comics and he has like 3 foot long claws and his forearm is only 2 feet, however long the forearm is. They do look small though. I might make it bigger. I might have just broken my cardinal rule in front of everyone and embarrassed myself. They look mad tiny. All right, maybe they'll make it bigger. Never mind. All right, mirror and weld, yeah. Okay. Oops, there you go. All right, I know the guys at Pixologic are gonna be mad. I'm bringing up the fact that ZModeler, or not ZModeler, polygrouping makes these same colors over and over and over again. Like, it's a pet peeve I can't get around. I have to bring it up. Sorry, Kyle, in advance. Let's see what I missed. Upvote on making blade. All right, maybe I'll do that blade. That blade sounds good. Thanks, Titan. Can you guide me to classes for beginners you taught, if any? So, John, I do mentoring for ZBrush and also painting. So if you want like some beginner stuff, I can do that for you. Or I would say start on the Pixologic page where there's ZBrush classrooms, because they're really good and it's all free. You know what I mean? Sorry about that. Something bad is going on outside. What the heck is that? So yeah, start there, and YouTube has some fantastic tutorials for free, and if you want to dig in a little deeper, just holler at me on Instagram or something like that. I got you. All right, let's see what these claws look like. They actually might not be too bad. I'm over here saying they're too small. They might not be that small. Maybe I just inflate them a little bit and I'll be okay. I don't know, they're kind of tiny. Jeez. Inside, you guys, it's crazy loud. Deformation is where? There it is. Let's do a plate on the two of these. Maybe everything but the tips. Nah, it's too much. I'm going to size them up a little bit. Okay. Oh, sim. So that. Size Another one. All right, let's see. What else? Thanks, Dario. Hoover, great work. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Hoover. What's up, Roots? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mid one does the magic. Sup? What's up, Jay? Jay, what's up, man? Jay's an old friend of mine that has helped me build 2 computers. Talked me down off a ledge when I was having BIOS problems. Job done. Yeah. It might inflate it. Let me just see what happens if I just do it a little bit, just a little teeny inflate this. That's now let's try like 5. Well, I know they're gonna print well. So that's a lot though. Maybe like 2. Yeah, I think 2 is the one. Dynamic, turn that on. That's it right there. All right, so now I'm going to duplicate these. I'll tell you why. Subtool. Let's get rid of the other ones. Delete these. Duplicate these. Let's call them claws. Just claws, because they're not claws 2 anymore. All right. And solo. All right, the only thing I care about now are the end caps on these things. Let's turn off dynamic. I'm gonna grab end caps, these, yes, and these. A little too much on this one. Okay. And I will just group these all together and do an extrude. Polygroup all. Where is it? Transparent? Okay. It's way down there. Just trying to be fancy. Just going to keep one of these and turn it into something that I want to use. So let's get rid of all except for this one. Delete it. Close holes. I really don't care about that end cap. Just making the little sheath parts that cover the blade. And let's invert them, flip this, and then I'm going to give it some thickness. Give it some thickness. There you go. Just gonna add a crease here to hold the edge a little bit, and I want this to be like low. Just drop it down to 2. Ooh, don't delete. Don't delete the edge. I want to crease the edge. There you go. This is better just making one and copying this, because then I know it's gonna all be right. I'm gonna do this a bunch of times. Oh, this one. What's going on here? Oh, wait. Crease, edge, loop, complete. Do the whole edge, not just one edge. There you go. Wrap this little centerpiece here. See, that masked everything else. It's hard to tell. I did not. These are going to be so small, it doesn't matter if they're not quite right. All right, so now I got the little bullet cap things that go over the blades. So let's scale it up because I think it's too small. And turn off that. Okay. Drag these straight across and just duplicate. So it doesn't make sense to really get them exactly where I want until I have the fist completely sculpted. Like right now it's sketchy at best. So I think I'll just kind of get them in position, then I'll duplicate, these three and drag them over to the other side. Then I have something just there. A little big to me anyway. Scale it down a little bit. But this isn't the fun part, this is the tedious part. The actual sculpting is the fun part. I feel like I always come in here and do tedious stuff with you guys. I don't want to do that. I do fun stuff. So, I think after I get this squared away, maybe we'll mess around with kind of figuring out a Deadpool. Since I gotta do him too. And again, if you came in late, I know everybody and their brother has done all these characters, but I love the X-Men, not gonna lie, and I have to do them for client paintings. So I figured I would sculpt them and then use the reference to paint. Yeah, my guys. Makes more sense to me that way. You know, I can light it and get it exactly the way that I want. All right, so those are okay. Just okay. I don't love them, but maybe what I'll do is I'll come back to those later on, fix that side, and then do the other. You see how I'm stressing like just the little bullet caps on these things? Like that's stupid. I don't want to do that. All right. So I will move him over here. Maybe get him in a kind of a cool pose. Angle. Like that. And I need to do, I gotta make a Deadpool. And I will start from, I got this really good Rossetti base mesh that looks like this, and this is kind of what I used to make these guys, rather than remaking the like redoing all the, not the UVs, but the polygroups, and I guess I did have to redo the polygroups. All right, so I'll just show you what I did. I smoothed out all the details and kind of re-sculpted it up anyway, but I like its proportions a lot. So, shout out to Ralph Grassetti, one of the best in the game. I will clone this. Let's call this Deadpool Whip. And I think this is all, make sure this is all one thing. It's not. It's not all one thing. All right, so I'm going to Dynamesh this together. This, Dynamesh, hopefully to one thing. It'll take some time. Okay, in the meantime, let's see what I have here. Oh, what I missed. Okay, cool. W, auto. Okay, good, that's all one thing. Whoa, 3 million, that's big. All right, I'll make it smaller. So let's go over here. Jamie Jamar Fire says, how'd you get the boot in there? So what I did for the boot was I took a sculpt that I already did and I went to my preferences, Gizmo 3D, and then I did, how did I record the gizmo? Reset the gizmo, next gizmo. I saved it as, oh, cam view, sorry, cam view. Make cam view, all right? So when you click on this, what it's gonna do is it's going to take all the angles of this thing, it's gonna rotate it around, kind of shift it around and everything. It'll save your model no matter what you have. And then when it's done, it stores it as one of your cam views. And then you can like select it after you save it, which is what I did for the Timberland. Right. I'm on the East Coast, we love Timbs. And I just did that sculpt for, it's from a statue that's coming out soon. So saved it, kept it for myself. Detuned Lo-Fi MKB HD intro. That's a lot. I don't know what that means. You said a lot of things. Explain it to me. Rob Space. Rob Space. Yeah. Yeah, Colossus ain't having it. Okay, cool. Yeah, so all right, I'm gonna take this and now I'm gonna go through and I'm going to ZRemesh it. Super low. I don't really care if I lose the detail because I'm sculpting it all back in. So I will turn off half. Let's turn this down to, and maybe I'll do it half first because it's 3 million, that's a lot. So this is gonna take some time, think about it. If you have any questions, hit me up. The idea on these, let me switch to my camera, is that when I paint these things, I did some X-Men cards once before, and this is kind of what I did. I made a Juggernaut and a Sunspot. So if we look, oh, that's both Sunspot. So if we look at these, that's what I did for them for their X-Men, what's it called? Ultra X-Men line. And after I did the sculpt, you may think that this Juggernaut is familiar. Why? Because it was my Hulk at first, and I repurposed it to be Juggernaut. Work smart, not hard, you guys. And then it's still remeshing. And then I did a their Ultimate or Ultra X-Men. Or not X-Men, Spider-Man, and I did the same thing for these. So I sculpted them, kind of lit them in Keyshot, and did the cards. So, I don't know what I was thinking. Usually 2 is my limit. I told them I would do 5, and they're all due like super soon. So that being said, all right, we have the base mesh here. Okay, it's pretty clean. Let's do half again. Do it, doesn't look like it did it. Turn off half, I'm gonna set this to 10. Let's make some groups, make my life easier here. Look at that. Auto groups. Green and slightly different green. Green, slightly different green. Purple, slightly lighter blue. Blue, green. Look at this. Anybody see a problem here? Purple, purple. Green, green. Yellow, yellow. Purple, purple. The hell with this. That's all I'm saying. I love this program. This is infuriating. That's all. Okay? I'm just going to say that. I'm going to leave it be. Sorry, guys. That's my pet peeve. That's the one thing that's a pet peeve. Those are supposed to both be good. That's on purpose. Okay. Green. Auto groups. Let's see. Come on. There's something that... Come on, baby. Oh, that was kind of different. I went too fast. All right, just screw it. X. W. What, man? Thank you. There you go. Maybe you just have to do one at a time. That's all it is. I don't know if anybody else has that problem. I know I'm not the only one. These arms. And data group, neck, head, next group, and the head is group. And I don't care about the face. This is Deadpool and he's wearing a mask. Over here, let's auto group these. W, let's auto group. Oops. Auto group these. Oh, I'll just group it. One. Those are different. And the hands. Also the hands. Let's get those. Okay. All right. So everything is kind of the way I want it to be. And now I can do ZRemesh. Keep detect edges, keep groups. Let's say half. And I will ZRemesh. Now, hopefully it should respect these lines a little bit and give me a nice break so that I can deform it and pose it the way I want. Kind of, not so much. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I will polish by groups, or features rather. Project back the detail. Now I'm going to, instead of saying half, let's say 10 is the target and ZRemesh, and let's see what this does. Pretty good. Half, ZRemesh. Okay, that looks pretty sweet actually. All right, so I'm gonna save this, and this is my base mesh now. So I will call this start here, base. Right. Save. Copy this and paste it back into my Deadpool. Oh, this is the Deadpool. Okay. All right, so good. I already have it. Get some reference here. Okay. Like right now it doesn't really matter because it's just a strong man, so I want to make him muscular but not huge. All right, he's not going to be huge. Just get some good. A little too diesel, but I'll use him as a ref. I also want him to be about the, I'm kind of making sure that my heights are right. So Wolverine, if you put him next to Colossus, he only comes up to maybe his pecs. I think he's short. And I want Deadpool to be taller than Wolverine, but not as tall as Colossus. So let's get Let's get him together. Wow, he's freaking huge. Huge. All right, so here he is. And you're... Let's down some. Does that? That's weird. That guy, feet on the ground. That guy. Okay, I mean, he could be a little smaller. Let's make it a little smaller. Yo, that is weird. I've never seen that before. Why it's doing that, but I don't like it. Let me save this. All right. So now the good thing is he does not have any. Does he have subdivisions? Let me see. Oh, he doesn't have subdivisions. Why does he look so smooth? I don't have dynamic turned on. Got a hole in his head. Oh, quick edit turned off. That's not supposed to happen. There you go. Sorry, that was weird. All right. So you would think that I would be happy because I have really clean topology here, but I'm gonna screw it up. I'll duplicate this and I will use Sculptors Pro just to get what I want here. To solo it. Yeah, there's a hole in his face. Let's close that hole. It's good, Hannibal. Group that. Let's subdivide it once. Delete lower. Now I can use my Sculptors Pro. Let's get rid of the ears a little bit. Dude. And I'm just going to do this fast. You guys have seen me do this before. I'm just kind of figure out my end marks. That's what happens when you have a whole bunch of stuff to do and not a lot of time to do it. But this is good, right? I was talking to my son today about this, and we're kind of similar because we both work better under pressure. So if I had a whole bunch of time to my hands, I would take forever to do a piece. See Bishop, which is like, I've been working on it for years now. And then I have Colossus and Wolverine about 75% of the way done in a week. So take that as you will. So I used to think working from a base mesh was cheating, but I mean, if you go in and resculpt everything anyway, is it? You know, I think you're just saving time. So these are good, like, warm-up exercises to do. Obviously, the more you do them, the faster you get. Now, when I really want to make sure this is right, I'm going to look at all my reference and everything. This is just kind of me putting stuff where I believe it should go. To start. All right, done and done. So, oh, got holes. Let's close the holes. Base, smooth that out a bit. Deadpool ref over here, so let's see what I need to do. Put that up there. I don't want to do the Ryan Reynolds thing. I like it, but I mean, people are doing that to death. I'll just go with the like comic version. Save. All right. Have you tried the Gizmo Dynamesh and Remesh? You know, I haven't tried that yet. Sounds cool though. There's so much that I haven't really messed with. When polygroup colors do that, yeah. All the time. Gabriel, yeah, you might have. You heard me talking mess. Paul's like, okay, get Mike the version where the colors are slightly different. We're gonna give you green and sage. Here is violet and purple. Reimagine Spawn. Yeah, you know, I was thinking about Spawn. 8 heads tall. Yeah, you know, I could measure it out. I guess because it's just for painting, I'm not going that hard on it just yet. Kind of guess where the 8 heads are. I have done that though. I just like to put it next to the dude. For Wolverine, I put it next to him, and when he came up to just around his waist, I was like, that's about right. So let's see, flip it. It's here. On the line, and he's there. Let's turn off solo. Go back. All right, so, oh, I know what to do. Let's flip it. Yeah, I do want to do like something where Deadpool is kind of facing off against Cyclops, and he's like, dude, you gotta be kidding me. Back up, son. Okay, so now we have some good guides. I'm going to ZRemesh again. Keep the groups. Now the only thing about when you use the Sculptors Pro, it makes these weird kind of rogue polygon colors here, right? That's not good. And then when you ZRemesh and use by polygroups, it screws it up. So I'm just going to group this whole thing, and let's do it again. Let's say turn off half, set this to 10, copy this, and ZRemesh. Oh, wait. I see why I did that last time. Let's turn this down and turn that up. Okay, ZRemesh. Aborted by user. Oh no, there it is. Oh, that's pretty. Damn, son. That's what I'm talking about. Sometimes ZRemesh does like some really nice topology. So I can't stay mad at you, ZBrush. All right, so that'll work. I like that a lot, actually. I'm gonna keep that as my base mesh. How about that? That will be the base mesh. Let's project my history. This is the old one. I like those groups though. All right, I'm gonna keep it as a second base mesh. I will say duplicate, divide, project. All right, that's all I need. And that's all I need. Step down. Focus Pro. Now I can start to get in here and start doing my thing. Shout out to Eric Sosa, who came on the Stylist League stream with Bradley and I, and was kind of giving us some pointers as to his workflow. He's got a really good one that saves a lot of time. Like, I wouldn't be able to go through these guys as fast as I did had I not used the Magnify brush. Never used that before. I used Inflate. Magnify does a much better job of just kind of getting those forms to be larger and still retaining the shape that you want. Right, so big shout out to him. What I'm going to do on this is it will be probably more diesel than it needs to be, and then I'll shrink them down. That's kind of how I like to work, because Deadpool is not a really big guy. It's just a little guy. Were you into traditional sculpting before I started? No, actually I went backwards. I've been drawing all my life and painting, and then I started sculpting because I needed reference for when I'm doing stuff like this, right? So I was having a hard time when I was doing the Hasbro G.I. Joe guys, figuring out how to get the gear and everything to look properly lit. So I started off with Daz 3D, and then Poser actually, then Daz, and then I had a friend who was using ZBrush, and then ever since then I've been using ZBrush to help with my paintings. So that's how that worked. I did get into sculpting since I started using ZBrush, like monster clay. Are you unveiling any new features update for the summit? They usually do. I'm not, no. Usually we do the tips and tricks. I didn't do that this year because I was too busy. I did one for the last summit, which basically was how to make straps and panel loops and stuff. Not panel loops, but stuff for your clothing on your person. This year I didn't do anything. I'm just slammed with work, so. Quick save just in case. It's magnified since I use them on Stylist League. That's right, Jay. Whole lot of good tips on my stream with Danny and Bradley. You gotta check those out. We got, I think, how many are we on now? Bradley, if you're in here, what are we on tomorrow? 20 maybe? 21? Some guides in the system to complete. Is it possible to sculpt a miniature for 3D printing from start to finish without using ZRemesh? I'm sure you can. I know people that only use Dynamesh to do their whole thing, so you totally could do that. Brain. They need to let you set up the lights in an overhead room UI. Yeah, constantly losing lights behind the dam. Okay. Magnify brush. Yes, magnify brush. 100 messages. Yo! When is your ZBrush course coming out? Comics Legend, I mean painting? Oh, like poly painting? That could be part 2. So I have it's on sale this week, by the way. If you guys haven't picked up my anti-venom course, they have it on sale on ArtStation. So it's a good time to pick it up. But yeah, I was thinking about doing a poly painting. And like prepping for 3D next, like cutting and keying and all that good stuff. All right, so now this guy's stiff, so let's mess around with the pose a little bit, just to get him I know I'm going to repose him, but it bothers me that he's so stiff. Okay. Uh-oh. Get a little bit of an S to this thing before I even get into the sculpt, you know what I'm saying? I want to do like a really crazy pose on him too, because he's Deadpool. This is fresh right here. It's really fresh. I like that. I don't want to do something that somebody already sculpted too, but like this toy thing I could probably do. I like the 2D stuff. I keep coming back to this. This might be the way to go. That might be the way to go. All right. Like the proportions from this one. It's pretty good proportions. I like those a lot, actually. Yeah, I got people in the neighborhood that love to play music I can't stand. Just saying, I'm sorry. I'm like, and rev their engine in the parking lot. You killed it, dude. I'm becoming more and more like grouchy and like turning into that dude that tells kids to get out of his yard, but can't help it, man. I like it. Mike, hashtag. All right, another thing I'm probably going to end up doing is splitting this thing into pieces because I want to go hard on the pose. So rather than having to worry about destroying his pecs, getting his arms where I want them and all that, I just slice stuff off and then start going crazy. Then I Dynamesh it back together, basically, like boolean it back together. His neck is doing some weird thing too where I lose his neck. Let's fix that. So this will do. Save. And if you just came in, I'm taking suggestions for what to reimagine on Sunday for the summit kickoff. I'm gonna be in there reimagining something. Right now, Blade is looking real good. Blade and Shonuff from Last Dragon. Now, step up a little bit. Divide this again. Okay. And pose I want to do, I think, is this one. It's the move right there. So save. Let's start tearing them to shreds. Green and green. Of course it is. Auto groups. At least I can see the difference between those. All right, that's cool. Don't do that. All right. Every once in a while, it'll give you a nice clean break, and then if you can't step down the subdivisions or else it'll do a weird stair-steppy thing. So just kind of back up and fix it. So it's going to have fists for both hands, so I don't need these hands at all. I'll probably steal the Wolverine hands. So I don't care about the hands. legs. And feet. Red and red. All right, there you go. Cool. So now, save. Yes, save. Yes. All right. I do want to. Don't do that. W. Okay. I do want to ZRemesh now. I'm going to delete lower. And ZRemesh. Stop. That. ZRemesh. So that should be doing its thing. Let's see what I missed. Ew, gross. That's not good. Let's try it again. ZRemesh. Why did I do that? I used the tips for this. Newbie ammo, 90% done. Gonna be a hammer dude. Digital painting. Oh, a tutorial for that? Yeah, I could do that. You know what? I get so much less interest on painting than I do for sculpture. I don't know why. But I mean, if there's an interest for people seeing the way I paint, then sure. Face mesh and finish the modeling and T-pose before posing. No. I go right to the pose. But I try to get some of the muscle, at least the definition, the mass figured out. Then I pose, then I sculpt. Torso seem a tad long. Nah, because he's Deadpool. He's like thin and long, so I don't really care about that. Mike Tina House, what up, B? Yoda Centipede. Static Shock. Yoda Centipede. Please expound on that. Static Shock. Maybe. Legs are too short. So I haven't changed any of the proportions of Grissetti's thing. So you calling Grissetti out? Is that what you guys are doing? Calling Grissetti out? You don't want to do that. I was thinking, reimagining Blade, Wesley Snipes, great. What do you think about the legs? Okay. I think you guys need to have a conversation with Mr. Raphael Grissetti. Tell him that to his face. Okay. I don't know why it's doing the whole bugging out thing when I ZRemesh. Let me try this one more time. Project. ZRemesh, curve strength all the way up. Maybe half. Let's try this. Turn down a little bit. Try it again. Static shot. All right, static shot. B is pushing hard for static shot. Static. B on it. And what was the other one? Whoa, what's the Yoda Centipede? Tell me more about that. Mike, can you show briefly how you make key cuts? Not straight cuts, for instance, curve cut on an arm, shoulder, waist. Yeah, I could do that. I could do that. Okay, that worked well. Let's do it again. Mesh. Echo. Okay, now we're talking. ZRemesh one more time. Okay, cool. Let's project back the history. Let's see if I can get it a little. I'm losing fingers though, but it doesn't matter. I don't even need these hands. These hands are nothing to me. So that being said, let's delete the hands. How about that? Delete. Well, maybe I'll split them because then I can tell the size. So split them, close holes. Now do half. ZRemesh. There you go. Now project history. Okay. right, that works for me. Key cuts. Okay, so let's say I was doing, say I'm doing this. So let's say I'm working on this guy, right? And I want to, you want to hide the cuts, right? So if I've got his deltoid kind of going into his bicep, it's a good place to hide it because you have a natural kind of a, you know, separation there. So what I did was I made the key and cut it away like this on his arm so that when I slide it in here, like that, there's very little I need to do to clean up that line, right? It's pretty clean. So the way that I did that was, put this back. All right, so the way I did that was I basically did the separation on the delt, right? Where it's kind of hitting the biceps here, and wrapped it around the back to where it naturally would kind of like terminate on the traps. And so now if I was going to take this, let's clone it. Okay. Let's get some detail back. I'll just project the history back. Okay, so now it's nice and clean. So what I would do now is take these arms, I'm going to slice them off like this. I would, you can't have lower sub D levels, so I'll delete lower and I'll split hidden. Okay. And now I'll come down here to this and I will, I'll solo it out, right? Close holes. So now I kind of have what I want, right? This is okay. But what I probably want to do at this point is mask off this orange part and inflate it a bit, right? Let's use the magnify since we're all about the magnify today. Maybe I'll use inflate. Right, so I'm gonna kind of get this to be decent shape and then smooth it. Right, so I have a pretty clean edge. Right, so then I put my key in there, put the key in, and I would merge that together. So let's just say duplicate, and I'll make a cube. Right. Okay. And if this is my key, what I do now is I would just kind of place it where it needs to be. Okay. Probably a little lower, like that. And let's let that finish saving. So then I would just make sure that, like, I turn on the body now and I can see there's a gap there, right? I don't want that gap. So what I would probably do is come back over to my arm, solo it. I have the part masked that I want to be masked, and then I would just kind of drag it in a little bit, right? And, you know, inflate it or whatever, just to make it fill this space so that I don't have a gap there. And once that's done, I can boolean the key to the arm and then clean that up. And then I would do an inverted boolean where I take the key and the arm and I back it out of the body, and then it's a perfect fit every time. Okay, so that's how I do that. I missed. Fellow purple UI user. Nice, Shane. Yeah, I like to call mine vibranium purple. Okay, so now I have this kind of the way that I want it. What I would do at this point is, say no, divide and project back my details. Divide, project history. Okay, I do an awful lot of this. And you might say to yourself, like, it's got to be a better way. Why does it keep going back and forth? But every time I sculpt in these details and I ZRemesh, I have to divide less to get the details back. Right, so now this is only 153,000 points, but I'm keeping a lot of those details because I ZRemeshed it. And if I step down, you can see how it keeps the contours of the muscles because they're sculpted there, right? Oh, there's a method to the madness, y'all. All right, so now what I can do is I can take the arms. I know that I want to do some pretty extreme stuff with these arms. I'm going to split these. Let's step up to the highest sub-B level, delete lower, split hidden, kind of like I was doing a second ago. And solo out the body, close the holes. All right, those are closed. Same thing with the legs. Split those off, split, split. Split hidden, close holes. Down the legs, close holes. Arms, close holes. All right. So now I can start getting into this pose, right? So before I really start to break symmetry with this guy, I want to figure out his gear. So it makes more sense to do it in symmetry than out. So let's just look at something that looks pretty good. Ryan Reynolds' thing is pretty comic accurate. So what I can do is start to just rough in the gear where it's going to be. Doesn't have to be great. And also I deleted my lower subdivision level, so I actually can turn on Sculptures Pro and I don't have to worry about really screwing up the topology. Actually give myself a bit more topology, I'll just divide it again. Figure out this piece right here. Cut lines, suit. So this is good for me because what will happen is once I actually start sculpting, I'll know where this stuff is supposed to be. And even though it's not perfect, I can reproduce it without having to have one side, be up high and the other side be down low, whatever. I think what one I liked. Oh. This one. go. Side. I can't believe you guys were calling out Raphael Grassetti like that. That's real messed up. Go back and look at the names of the people that were. I'm just kidding. Just messing with you. Alright, it should be. Base. What I miss. 90s biker mice from Mars full throttle. Wow, that's too deep a cut, B. Too deep. Swamp Thing is cool. Sounds like a lot of work though for an hour. Yoda Centipede, not as good as Static Shock. Okay. Bad idea. Hey bro, what are you working on? Oh, Deadpool. Paul Red, you're right, bro. Leg's a little bit too short. Okay, all right. Sebastian and Paul Red. Note to self: reach out to Raphael Grassetti. Let him know those guys are gunning for him. Thanks. So you first need to make polygroups when you want your cuts correct. Yeah, it helps. Definitely helps. It's good on the eye. We need to swap over. Not gonna lie. Hey Mike, how you doing? What's up? How you doing? Anti-Venom course, touch on rendering. Your render there is amazing. Oh, this is just BPR. Thank you. It does not go into render. Has everything else. Everything else. Kind of hard, not gonna lie. Exercise that help observational skills which help with design etc. Let me think on that. G is a cardinal sin. That's right, B. That's what you tell him. All right, let's come over here and look. My eyes are too far apart here. Let's undo that. Way too far apart. Okay. Let's undo all of this and figure out where the eyes are first and foremost. End sphere. Turn off LSIM. Oh man, okay. I don't know why I gave him pupils. It's not pupils. There you go. All right, so when I'm doing this, it's like, it looks bad until it doesn't. So, you know, this is gonna go through a whole lot before I get to something that looks like the Wolverine or the Cyclops, or Colossus rather, behind it. Never off the bat looks dope, ever. Another reason why I'm such a big fan of Ashley. She can make stuff look dope like right off the jump. She's very good at sculpting stuff fast, which I could never do. I do find the more I do it, the faster I get, but like in one session she can do a whole dragon or something, which is crazy to me. Yeah, that face looks jacked up. I'll get it. Not right now, though. At some point. I'm more interested in working on the pose. So maybe what I'll do, so that I can keep it in symmetry, is I will kind of chop its head off his shoulders. Figure out the rest of his gear. Save. Oh, that goes all the way down? I guess it does. Too fresh. It's a nice one. All right. Let's see. I'm going to save. And I should be able to start closing. Oh, let me get the spoons are. I kind of like the one that doesn't really have boots. That's kind of dope. I like that. I'll just draw them in just so I have them. If I do put them on, I like the tall ones. Yes. What I'll do is I'll put a couple of options, and then I'll do little ankle joints just in case. Right. Oh, and his arms. Let's do a similar deal. Okay. Okay. So now I can figure out my pose here. I'm gonna borrow from this one. Here. Split this too, because it's gonna be a mess on this knee if I just try to do it without doing that. Split hidden. Solo. Let's close holes. I'll be resculpting a lot of this anyway, so it doesn't matter if it really gets kind of screwed up. It's another reason why I don't mind, not really getting too deep into the pose or the sculpt before I pose. So I generally end up having to resculpt a lot of it anyway. Got about another half an hour left, you guys. If you're around Sunday, like 10:30 Pacific, 1:30 Eastern, stop by the ZBrush Summit, ZBrush Live Presenters thing. It's got a name, you guys. It's Robert Paulson. I don't know what the name is, but check it out. Come check it out. I'll be in there along with many other dope sculptors. Ashley Adams and Paul Gabry are going to be doing the commentary, and we will be we're going to be reimagining things, right? Just kind of, what if Samuel Jackson was Santa Claus? No. Also, Samuel Jackson totally could be Santa Claus. That would be fresh. Merry Christmas, mother! So that's what we're doing. Save this before I lose it. I'm going to call this pose whip. Oh, I did want to split and the eyes. This is where it helps to have low topology, because what's going to happen is it's going to get kind of ugly. So maybe what I'll do is let's clean this up. All right, now I think I will, how do I want to do this? I think I'm just going to split it into parts. That. Split masked parts. Holes. Take. How do I do this? I gotta resculpt it anyway. So it's gonna get ugly, but it's okay. Split this off. Easier to do it that way. It unmasked. I find that when I'm doing these really extreme poses, it's easier for me just to really slice it to pieces, and then fix it later, kind of put it back together later. That's what I did with my Venom. That's why I have like such an extreme pose on them. So. Move his eyes too. So and then I'm gonna have a come on now. I'm gonna have his back arch up as well. Oh man, I haven't answered questions in a long time. Let me miss. Man, when are you gonna finish Cyclops' boots, bro? Why you do that to me? Don't do that to me. At some point. At some point. Wu-Tang Clan, a member of the group as a comic character. That could be dope. I came in late. When you get a chance, could you show how you project history, how project history works again? Yeah, so what I could do is if I come up, if I hold down Control or Command on a Mac, and I click on the timeline slider here, what it does is it records the history, right? So then what I could do is I could go and smooth the crap out of this like that, right? And then if I hit project history, it should fix it, right? But I'm using Sculptris Pro, so it messed it up. Let's do that again. Smooth it. No. It's easier probably just to sculpt something on there. So like I'll just do this, right? Like that. And then if I hit project history, it should fix it. See? Like that. Easy. If I did not answer questions, sorry. I'm trying to get as much done while I'm in here as possible. I'm killing two birds with one stone because I'm going to use this later on to paint Deadpool. In the meantime, gotta sculpt him anyway. Why not just show off the process? You know what I mean? I want the arms to move. I'll make sure the head moves and the eyes. I want the eyes to move, which they will. Okay. Take this up some. The back's gonna get kind of screwed up, but it's okay. Sculpt all that back. You know what? I'll do that. I said I was gonna lower the topology for this first. So let's do a little ZRemesh and project. I will take this whole part, solo it out. Okay, I've got groups, got my stuff. I don't want that to be two groups. I want that to be one group. And let's see, remesh this thing. I'm gonna say 10 and ZRemesh. Let's see what happens. Let's see what else I missed. Hi, Mike. What do you use to shade your characters? Alex from Ethiopia. I'm using the BPR renders in here. You're talking about the material. I have the basic material that I kind of just tweaked it a little bit to pick up the occlusion a little better, and the specular, it punches it a little bit. So if I were to take this guy and let's go to something that you can see. So let's go over here. Right, and if we do a shade on him, like a BPR, it looks like that, right? But if I use my regular basic material, really? Try it again. It looks like this, so I will go to it's easier to see when I have everything on here. So let's get rid of these. Render. Okay. Layer. Bake. Create. Sheath. So, and this is especially good, like if I wanted his arms to have the detail of the like this stuff in there, then I do a render with the one that I made, and I render and hit layer, bake, and you can see the difference. Like it just picks up more of the shaded areas a little more nicely, and it pops those specular areas a little nicerly. You know what I'm saying? Layer, merge, yes. These arms. The body's getting there. It's a little better. Let's actually try a target of 5. And check the details and then remesh. Did it do anything? A little. Let's say half. Turn off smooth. Eject. Mesh. And I'm getting greedy. I'm gonna try one more time. ZRemesh half. Okay. Eject history. All right, cool. So let's step up. Eject. 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 Okay. Okay. So now I'm going to get a whole lot less deformation when I go in and do my posing, which is good. Actually, let's smooth that a little bit. He's also got a bit of a twist going on, so I don't want to move the head just yet because I'm going to mess with the head. So this is going to look weird. Ask that. Turn off symmetry. Grow this one. Grow, 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 grow. Okay. There you go. It's a lot. It's one of those things where you got to play around with it. And had I not gone in and remeshed it down low, it would have been a nightmare. Like this thing would look so jacked up. Still looks kind of crazy, but I can sculpt back the things that are bad, like really bad. Eesh, yeah, this is a mess. Kinda. Let's see. So here. Just easier sometimes just to grab your move brush and just start messing with it until it doesn't look as terrible. Now, had I split his torso from his from like his pecs, I wouldn't have all this, stretching and stuff going on. So this is probably one of those ones where I could have done yet another cut and saved myself some heartache. But, you know, this is like a good exercise sometimes. I can see this arm needs to come over because right now the pec is all jammed up into it. Wait. That. Let's turn that off. See what I did. You gotta be careful too, because don't have the cap masked. Oh, come on. Or this one. There you go. Got to keep track of what's masked and what's not. The neck is crazy. Probably end up resculpting the head by itself, then placing it later, because like it really doesn't matter since I kind of chopped off the shoulders anyway. But so if that is the case, let's see, I'm going to duplicate this, turn that off, come back up to this one. So now I can start to figure out like where the head's going to be, and then I'll just fix it later. Oh. Way off the off of the vertebrae here. For the folks that were talking about proportions earlier and like the legs and all that, this is why I don't sweat that early on. Like that means nothing to me because it all ends up getting re-sculpted over and over again, and I look at it and check the proportions and make sure it's all good after it's in pose. Like it doesn't really make sense for me to do it beforehand. Was messed up what you did to Raphael Grassetti though, just saying. That's doing it, son. Nobody's messing with Raph. So it's just basically a whole bunch of checking at this point, right? Like just seeing what looks good, what doesn't, what needs to be fixed, what got broken in the pose and needs to be completely redone. That's all. And I could either just kind of grab these end caps and stretch them out, or I could insert like a sphere or something and Dynamesh that into place and fix it that way. And then I get rid of the breaks and the geometry. Again, if I missed any of your questions in here, which I probably have, ask me again tomorrow night in the Stylist League. Just go over to YouTube/Stylist League, give us a subscribe, and every Friday night we're in Sculpting Something. I'm working on Tetsuo from Akira. Bradley is working from somebody from, I think, Fate Stay Night or something. I don't know where it is. And Ian, sorry, IR Sculpts is working on the new All Might from what's the dang My Hero Academia. So yeah, join us. Ask the question in there. I'll be happy to answer. Won't miss it. And also, you know what? Might have a good time in there. Join our Discord. Also, Stylist League. We have a lot of videos on YouTube of previous projects. And what we do in there, if you're not familiar with it, is we will choose a topic and spend a month. So 4 Fridays, basically getting it put together. So you get to see the process start to finish, basically. If you're not careful, you might learn something before it's done. So this is a little less offensive than it was before. And this is kind of what I'll keep doing. I do like that I scribed in where the details go, because now it's one less thing that I have to try to figure out. And I can start to make these suit, details much easier now, actually. I'll keep tweaking it, because right now he's still very stiff. He should be like way more, whole lower body can be bent in some more. Let's see if I can do that while I'm here. I think I got a few more minutes. Oh, I got 2 more minutes. All right, so let's call it a day for Deadpool. Let's see, I'll put him here. He's work in progress. Then I have my Wolverine, which is also work in progress. Ooh, he was looking kind of big compared to Deadpool. Let's go back. Yeah, okay, Deadpool's got to be bigger. Because Wolverine's tiny, he's a little dude. He's Diesel, but he's a little dude. So you got Wolverine, and then we have Colossus. So these are all going to be on something that I can't talk about right now, but you'll see it when it comes out. Not the sculpts, but the paints. All right, let's see. Thanks, MJ. Came in later when you get a chance to show how you project. Okay, I did that already. So shade your characters, did that already. What's up, MJ? Going ham on the X-Men, trying to. Ashley, who? Yeah, A cubed. You gotta know who A cubed is. Nice song, nice. Sick work. Hey, there she is. What's up, Ashley? We're gonna get you on the show, Ash. That looking good. Are you modeling by Cintiq? Yes, absolutely. So I am on a Cintiq 32. Let's get this to full screen. Yeah, so it's not focusing, but you can see it's big. Big. Let's see. Posing process. Thank you. Couldn't help. You chop it up and reassembles. Cool. Could never get this way. Posing. Yeah, you 100% can, because I'm still working on getting better. If you slice them off, move them, and recreate the filter. Why do I overcomplicate? Yeah, man. Do that. Learning a lot. Now, this is the thing. If you guys are going to make like UVs and all that, your UVs are going out the window. If you have like a really nice base mesh with good UVs, it's out. You're gonna have to do it all over again. But for me, I don't care. You know what I mean? I'll make some quick and dirty UVs in ZBrush and then throw in, let's see, I think I have my latest. This was latest. A couple more minutes. File open. On the cap, I have just really nasty UVs, and it worked out kinda nice. Zombie cap. I think this is it. No, it's not. File open. By date. 9/18, 9/20, nope, date. Man. All right, well, I have one somewhere. Please believe me. Let's see, Thursday. Is this it? Yeah, here you go. All right, so if I turn off all of my notes, let's turn off the notes. Group, turn that off over here. And let's make a layer. Fill it with white. Fill it with white. Come on, man. Faster. There you go. Fill it with white. There you go. And turn it down. you can see that even with like really suspect UVs, which is what these are, they're not really good. Actually, Bradley made maybe these. I take it back. Bradley made nice UVs. But he did it after the fact, so you can totally do that. Anyway, that's my time, you guys. If I missed your... Oh, and good thing, too, because ZBrush is doing that thing where it does not... it's gone now. Anybody get this? Tell me how to fix this before I get out of here. See what it's doing now at the bottom? I don't know if you can see it, but there is just a little icon for ZBrush. Oh, you can't see because my picture's in the way. Hold on. Turn off the camera. Turn off the camera. Okay, turn off the camera. All right, look at this. You see what's... damn it. Turn off the bar. All right. Turn off the bar. Okay, now. You see what's happening right here? Can you guys see this? How do you fix this? Anybody? Ashley, Paul, if you're in here, Kyle. Then nothing I can do will re-maximize ZBrush. The only way I can fix this is to quit and restart it. So that's a bummer. So if you know how to fix that, let me know. In the meantime, I'm going to... I got the wrong one on. All right. In the meantime, I'm going to dip out of here. You guys take it easy. Be safe. See, I missed a lot of stuff. Join me tomorrow for Stylist League, Friday night. And ask all the... God, I missed a lot of stuff. Sorry, you guys. Yeah, hop over there and ask me what you want to ask. And I will see everyone next time. All right? Everyone take care. Oh, did anybody answer how to fix this thing? It's displaying on a different screen. No, it's not. Usually happens with 2 monitors. Well, let's do something. Hold on. Let's see. Go to home. Display. Display. Let's change this to mirror. Mirror. Show only on one. ZBrush. No, it doesn't. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, you guys. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, if anybody knows how to fix that, let me know. All right, everybody, take it easy. Wait, Alt-Tab. Alt-Tab. Tab. ZBrush is right there, but even if I tab over it, you see it's on in there now and let go? No good. No good. No good. All right. Anyway, all right, everybody, bye again for the 20th time. Everybody, bye. Bye. Jane, stop this crazy thing. All right, peace.